Everyone, welcome back to the Lord Club Big Cut Ministry Sermon Series. Of course, I'm Brother Mike Falso. I'm out. Okay, this week continue this week on how to have a long-term relationship. Don't want that to fall. The other stuff fall. My mug. Yeah, you can see that. Okay. Remember, I've talked about a lot of different facets to it. You have to think about before having a real long-term relationship. Well, you're gonna have to stick with local. Get the money, the business. A lot of factors today makes it seem to be more difficult than it was. Because back then they did the serving men went on camel, convoy, long walking and riding yacht. But they made it. It's no border control, security. It's all free open. Go right in. The way things used to be. It's not like today. No. Get all these crazy come in the border. Back then, no. Just walk way there. Now they found Rebecca, they're gonna walk way back. So let's see what happened here. You learn about that part, it was easy. You learn about how money is you have to give. They look like dowry. You have to give her something. You give her parents something. With her family. Uh-oh. Brother, I recommend you do that. Today, it's easy. I'll give her a ring and that's it. And knowing that her parents, she's worth something. You should give them something. I know we all don't like it. You gotta do something. The Jewish do that. Thailand, I believe, Muslims do that. Get it arranged. Arranged marriage similar. India. We used to do that here a long time ago in the United States. But that fade out. I don't know why that stopped. But anyway, now we're going to talk about, you got to go like that. It goes right to the end. Like I said, it was all given out. Okay, now let's go to 54. And they did eat and drink. He and the man that were with him. Told you there was a team. A lot of misconception. A lot of people thought it was just him. No, you have to read scripture carefully. He had a team. 10 camels. You can't do it all 10. You need a team to do that. Probably some of them riding, some carry stuff. And tired all night. And they rose up in the morning and he said, send me away to my master. Telling him, I need to go. Is it okay I can go now? That's what he's saying. 55. And her brother and her mother said, let the damsel abide without a few days. At the least 10. Means 10 days. After that she shall go. Verse 56. And he said to them, hinder me not. Seeing the Lord hath prospered my way, send me away, that I may go to my master. Saying, don't hold me back. For 10 days I've been all this way. For what? I'm here to get her and go back. Like that. They need to get back. To get them, his men gotta work. Not just sit around and walking all that way. Those are all serving it. That serving it probably the leader. And, yeah. Verse 57, and they said, we will call the damsel and inquired at her mouth. Seemed they calling her damsel, not her name. And inquired at her mouth, which means consult her which. They're gonna ask. Okay, we're gonna ask her what she thinks. What she gonna do. Say. And they called Rebecca, verse 58. Called Rebecca and they said to her, wilt thou go with this man? She said, I'll go. I'll go. Yep. Just like that. Alright. Let's hold on to that. What this tells you. Remember I said the parallel man, woman, man, God. Everything same. Right? Okay. You notice that I've talked a lot about that, all parallel. Everything, yes. Seems to be. Everybody has different opinions or different spiritual thought. But I can see that. I always like to put an analytical point of view, you know. She will go right away. It's because she obey. You see what happened? The other would just obey. You see what happened? I saw a video the other day. He was talking a little bit about that. You gotta do it, or God will. Well, then he gotta be quiet. Then you're punished because you didn't listen. You gotta do it. If the Lord calls you, do it. She did it the right way. Because she knows the Lord spoke to him. Then she gotta go. Like that. Verse 59, and they done away Rebecca, their sister in her nurse, and Abraham servant and his man. All the convoys going. That's Rebecca, her nurse, of course, the Abraham servant and his man. All on that camel convoy. Long way across the Middle East. You gotta remember Abraham's over where Iraq today at Iraq. She was way over where Israel is today. You gotta cross from Jordan with Saudi Arabia that way. What that tells you. When you're being stopped, like with salvation, you say yes. You don't say, I'm gonna wait. I want to party. I want to do all this. I want to do that. This and that. I want to have fun. You could lose. You can't go to heaven because you disobey. People want to be born again. They will. because they would say yes right away. And that showed obedience. Now, I understand from my vision, my journey from 1985, that I did something right with God. Then I had my 7 years, starting in 1988. Because I truly born again that year. So 7 year tribulation. So 1995. After that, August 10th, 1995, you're gonna have to listen to my testimony to understand all that. So, same thing. The caravan gotta go through the desert. That spiritual warfare, the tribulation, they gotta go through all that. Twice from the mat. That's top. Or they gotta have to go a longer way around the cresta. The cresta is in our shape fertile land. Get the river supply all that water, and it's more likely to have grass and trees. And because the Mediterranean Sea, then the rain comes in that side. But in the middle, they're all desert in Jordan and Saudi Arabia. You see everything all parallel? I pray so. Verse 16, and he blessed Rebekah and said to her, Thou art our sister, be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them. That's the prophecy right there about her. She's the mother, the beginning of the Hebrew. There was no Hebrew back then. God chose Abraham and Sarah and chose Rebekah. They become the Hebrew nation. Today there are millions of Jews. Thanks to that. I used to have a real good friend who was a Jew in college, of course. Yeah, it's Israel today. And some have fallen the backslide, but they're still Jew. For generations, of course, a lot of the women were raped by the empires, such as the Roman Empire, Barbarian, Babylon, you name it, all in the biblical, from Old Testament, in the Roman, in the New Testament, and even the upcoming tribulation. Offspring from those rape victims. Back then there was no birth control, so they were counted. But they're only half Jew. And the Jews believe they're not part of the Jews. Outcast them. Sad. Really. But I believe they're the Jews. And they all got, all the different empires got those, dragged them to other countries, to thousands of years of Old Testament and even the New Testament. Yeah, I believe it with the Nazi Germany. A lot of them rape their children because the Nazi would think it's funny. It's not funny. You know, sad 6 million Jews were killed, but 60 million people, including the Jew, soldiers, people with disability, colors, different colors. Again, I'm talking about. the death, you name it, that the Nazis have exterminated. That. But I'm sure there was some rape. So, ladies, it's not your fault. They're the ones that did the crime. And God will judge them. God loves you. Don't worry about if you were raped and had children, and they eventually have children. You should be proud if you have children. It's a gift of God. I know the bad guy. God will take care of that. But God gave you something. It's like when you're in a hospital and your family gives you gifts, get well, flowers and stuff. Same thing. But he gives something better. I'm still waiting for that gift. 61, and Rebecca Rose and her animals. Yeah, all the female servants joining her. And they rode upon the camels and followed the man. And followed the man. Man, not man. Meaning the servant. And the servant took Rebecca and went his way. She joined the caravan along with her damsel, the teenage girl, to go with her. That's her maid servant. Back then, a lot of them would take care of the hair, makeup, wash clothes, all that stuff. Imagine how hard it is, no washing machines back then. But that much of laundry all day for people without a washing machine. Today you can do it 3 times as much of what I said. Finish in 2 hours with the machine. Verse 62. And Isaiah came from away of the well, another well, but this well-known well. Well, Laharoi, Lahairoi. They think they have found that well in recent time. You know, archaeology, and they found that well it's dry up now. But they think they know where it is. That's where Abraham and Isaiah slept. They were nomads. If they were not there, that means they have moved. And that's where Israel today is. Well, the Bible didn't even explain where they went. Alright. For he dwelt in the south country. Way down south. So, that's where Isaiah and Abraham left. And the other servant and that. Remember, he had a big farm. Got a lot of farm hands. And good money. 63, and Isaiah went out to meditate in the field at the eventide. Eventide means evening. Like right now, it's evening. It's 7 o'clock right now, so that's eventide. But in the Middle East, I think it's like 5 o'clock when sunset there. For he dwelt in the south country, that was eventide. So the sea down south, it's about equatorial. And he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming. From the distance, coming. Oh, he knew that step. They're arriving back already. 64, Rebecca lifted up her eye, and when she saw Isaiah, she lightened off the camel. She got off the camel. All that time she rode on the camel. Have you ever ridden on one? I haven't yet. That's the way they ride. I've seen the movies. Oh, because the way the camel moves. The horse. Sometimes that's for slow. That's right. That's riding the horse. Camel. Oh, swing. In that way you can now fly. Right? Yeah, the friendly sky. There you have that stream, the turbulent. So that the old thing. Anyway. So you see, you lift up the, and she lifted up the, that's how romantic that is. Really, I see that romantic. It's a beautiful story here. She got off. That's probably quite a distance. But she wanted to get off, not up to the well yet. How far? We don't know. It doesn't say. If you can see camels coming, that's close enough. That they maybe what? Maybe a mile. Yeah, it's quite a way. I know a mile from here to the corner where I live. So yeah, you can see that distance. Maybe more. If it's all desert, you can see it better. 65 for she had that to the servant. What man is there walking in the field to meet us? They are coming. And the servant said that, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. Well, that symbolized there. Wedding. Wedding. You heard what I said? Yeah, the wedding veil. She began there. She probably saw him. Probably had the veil down there. Get, covered up the stand, how it is you have to do that. Today people still do that out in the desert. Cover themselves. So she could go off and cover up the veil. The same you think in wedding, that's where the symbol came from. That's the wedding. Now listen very carefully here. Verse 66, and the servant had told Isaiah all things that he had done. Everything you have read, he told everything what he had done. Probably took about half an hour or so for him to talk. Yeah. Hey, I see. Hey. That's the way I said probably that. And she'd probably go, real freaking thing high and everything. I'm sure of it. Oh, yeah. I say it, verse 67. And Isaiah brought her to his mother, Sarah's tent. It's already been set up. Now it's probably used for something. They have a lot of tents. Abraham had his own tent. Probably Sarah had her own. It's the way that they don't sleep together. That's the way things were like that. The servants have their own tent. I'm sure it's probably done all the tent around the camel too, because it's a long way to get set up and take down every day. Now they gotta set it up and down. If they could do that real quick, couple hours, they're done. Remember, it's not one of those small gable tent that you can do that today. It's a big one. Probably bigger than this trailer that you can get set up. Not long. Square. Alright, to get back to that. And Isaiah brought her mother to her tent and took Rebecca, and she became his wife. That's the wedding. But it isn't a wedding. I'm going to say it again. And Isaiah brought her to his mother's tent and took Rebecca, and she became his wife. Consummation. They consummated. Wow. And he loved her, and Isaiah would comfort after his mother's death. Because before, that's why Abraham noticed Isaiah kept crying, missing his mom. So he thought it's time for him to grow up and feel better. Give him a wife. So that's why when I got her, brought him back, now he's happy. After he really loved his mother who passed away. Remember, Sarah was 90 when he had her. She had him. So that's it of that. So I hope you learned something about long-distance relationship. Now, I won't be able to do this tomorrow because I'm very busy. I'll try. But Sunday I will. Talk about more how to. But so I'm more talking about pro and con. It's something you have to really pray about because the business, money. Now, it's not like that. I'm talking about legal. Like, if you want to marry a foreign bride, you have to do all those paperwork. If you're going to marry somebody from another state, same country, say I'm in South Carolina, if I wanted to marry someone from Texas, for example, only one legal paper, that's marriage license. Either here or over there. But I'll tell you something about that another time. More specifically, where are you really supposed to be? If you ever at this, where at the wedding, consummation. It was it at Rebecca? Or was it at Diet? Remember the parallel. If you can answer correctly, then you're on to something. At Diet. That's the answer. Because he's male. The parallel is that I'll show you another time because I'm running out of time. Jesus Christ in heaven. The marriage supper of the Lamb is in heaven. He will come down, take his bride. And the marriage supper of the Lamb is in heaven. But it did not say wedding. It said marriage supper of the Lamb. In translation, it means reception. Oh, wedding reception. Whatever happened to wedding in between? Where is it? It's symbolic yet. You don't need to have wedding. You should need to have legal paper. Still gotta do the wedding. Yet church is like that today. Yeah, you got to have a wedding. We need to recognize all that. I'm not gonna say the word, but yeah. That's what you need to do. And the government wants that poop. Oh, you're married to that person. Especially if you're going to marry someone from another country. It's a lot more legal complication. I'm sure it's probably that thick. I don't know. Probably that thick for K1 visa if you're going to marry someone from another country. So be careful, brothers. You got to look through what you can do. I didn't say that yesterday about the financial. You need to have at least $25,000. That's for this year. $25,000 to deport her. I think they said them like 30%. That's almost $100,000. About $90,000 you have to make. I know a deaf man who wants to marry this Filipina that was on that TV show, 90 Days Fiancé. He couldn't bring her over here yet. And you realize, with all that financial, he's only working at a department store or grocery store. I can't remember now. Hello. He didn't do right. He jumped. Now he's stuck with this Sheila. That's what's her name. Who's hard of hearing. You gotta think first. Prior. God will tell you the answer. That's the biggest stuff you need to do. Prayer. I told you prayers many times. You gotta pray in fact. That's what he did. And got his clue. Because he said, I'm expecting her to do this and that. That you tell God that and God will do it. And God provided like that. On first try, he didn't try all the other women. Could you please? No, she won't. Will you please? No, she won't. Oh, first one, Rebecca. There you go. Because he done right. What about you? Are you doing right? Many of you don't, because you don't know how to do it right. Maybe you don't commit yourself to God 100%. Ever since I've been doing this video, I feel more spiritual, stronger, really into the Lord. And because I know I trust God, my bride, because it's been 40 years that God gave me that clue. Still waiting, but I know who's she. That's her. I bet that it will happen, but I'm praying for God for that answer. I know it's her, but money. Not easy. So you understand where I'm coming from, brother, sisters? Well, that's all for now. See you Sunday with more about that, much deeper, and all that stuff. I'll explain more detail. So God bless you all.